storms, flooding, and damaging winds have all been seen in the Chicago area. Officials are investigating to find the culprit.
Local citizens now say that climate change is an issue. Is climate change really the problem?
What is climate change?
I don't know, man. Who cares?
You should. It affects you, me, and the entire world. You should know that climate change is global. It is caused by the increase in greenhouse gases, mainly due to the use of fossil fuels and loss of natural areas. But these changes have regional impacts too. Since the 1980s, Chicago's annual average temperature has increased by 2.6 degrees. A warmer world can hold more water, and indeed there has been 4% more moisture found in the atmosphere than there was in 1970. But this has led to Chicago experiencing more frequent and severe storm events, and your basement flooding more often.
It's just a little flooding. Besides, all the science is confusing.
Like I said before, this is no big deal. This is just nonsense.
Look, I know it's a lot of information, but I'll try to clarify some things. I'll hand it over to Paul and his colleagues so he can help explain it better to you.
Global warming is the increase in average temperature of the Earth. It happens when certain gases such as CO2 and methane work as a blanket, trapping the sun's heat energy in the atmosphere. As the atmosphere warms up, so does the Earth's surface. Understanding this and how it relates to climate change will help you better understand what's affecting our environment. Loss of biodiversity, rising sea levels, and increasing occurrence of extreme weather. Here's Aurora to tell you more.
Thanks, Paul. Now I understand there's a lot of confusion you guys have about climate change, but here are a few facts to help you guys understand the big issue. Is there a scientific consensus about climate change? Well, there is no doubt that the Earth is warming up. In fact, 97% of scientists all agree that the current warming is largely due to human activity. What causes climate change? Well, changes in weather patterns such as humidity, air and ocean circulation, temperature, and precipitation can contribute to more wildfires, longer periods of drought, and in the number and intensity of extreme weather events.
Thank you for that helpful analysis, Aurora. Now are you starting to get why climate change is important?
No, because I still feel that this does not affect me and I cannot change it.
I mean, what can we do about it?
Yeah.
To reduce the impact of climate change, the world must transition from existing fossil fuel energy sources towards cleaner and greater energy efficiency. But the good news is that there are simple things we can do to help. Riding your bike, recycling, and growing your own foods are better and healthier options for you and your community.
To summarize, climate change does affect Chicago. Almost all experts agree that climate change is caused mostly by man. Now, the best way to inform people about climate change is to tell people in your local community about it, and you then reach out into their values. This motivates them to do it because they want to, and not because they have to. Now, you should also focus on big picture issues, such as reducing fossil fuel dependency, a change that can happen. Doom and gloom attitudes don't look well for the future. For example, when teaching about climate change, do not over-exaggerate the effects it will have on the planet. In other words, don't try and scare people into changing their lifestyle or their philosophy.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break.
Climate change. Knowing's half the battle. Do something today, or else... Dinosaurs.